Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day or night depending on when you're seeing this. But yeah, I know I've been gone for a while, but today we're going to be doing our picks for Song Yadong versus Davidson Figueiredo fight night. Yeah, the fights are going to be very early in the morning or night depending on how you want to see it. They're going to be starting at, I'm pretty sure, 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be one for the real hardcore MMA fans. But I'm going to be up. I'll try and get up to see all the fights. Maybe I'll skip over the prelims, but we'll see. This is a good fight night overall. We got some pretty good names. Song Yadong's always a fun fight. Davidson Figueiredo, I mean, he's fun, but you know, he's getting up there in age. I'll give you my prediction for that later. We got the fraudster Ming Yang Zhang. He's coming out. Sergey Pavlovich is having his fight. Kaya Sakura is finally coming back after his 2 losses, so we'll see how he does. We got Jake Matthews, Sumidarji, Alex Perez, and then yeah, that's pretty much everyone that's like really known. I mean, Ray Saruya's kind of got a fan base, I guess, but yeah, let's just get started. Starting off with the early prelim opener of Loma Lukbunme versus Jacqueline Amarim. I'm gonna be totally honest, I haven't seen either of these girls fight, and I'm not gonna go back and do any tape study. Yeah, I think just choosing one person, I'm gonna go with the more active fighter, Jacqueline Amarim. I mean, she looks like she's a little bit more active than Loma Lukbunme, however you say her last name. I'm gonna butcher it, but yeah, I think my official prediction is gonna be Jacqueline Amarim. She's got a little bit more of a reach, not a little bit, but a little, like a lot more, if you can see. Like, what is that, 6.5 inches? Damn. But either way, she's a little bit taller. I think she's gonna be the more filled out fighter in there. I don't know, it's tough to say, dude. I want to go with like the Thailand fighter, like if she knows how to, I guess, do Muay Thai and all that. But I can't really trust her, you know? Nah, it's looking like Jacqueline Amarim's gonna be the better grappler in between the two of these. Just looking off their recent wins. She's been finishing more fights, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Jacqueline Amarim by decision. I think it'll be a close one, but ultimately I think she takes it. Okay, moving on to, I'm gonna butcher this, Kang Jae-Zhu versus Rodrigo Vera. Shit, he kind of looks like Oliveira. Like a wider version of Oliveira. Okay, either way, I don't know, dude. These guys are basically identical matches, other than Zhu's got a couple more losses than Rodrigo Vera. I'm pretty sure this is Rodrigo Vera's first time. Yeah. Oh, he's fought in the LFA though, so that's pretty good. That's like a good organization other than the UFC. Kang, I can't even say his name. I'm gonna just call him Zhu. Zhu, I think, since he has been fighting in the UFC for a little bit longer, will probably outdog him in a decision. I can't really say if one or the other is gonna get a KO. I don't really know these guys' styles too much. Rodrigo Vera hasn't even fought in the UFC before, but obviously he's a 21-1, fighter, so he's got the experience he's needed, and he's gone to the LFA, which is a pretty respected MMA organization with good talent. Ultimately, I think I'm gonna have to go with, Zhu. Like, I know a lot of people are picking Vera right now, and I guess he could be a really good prospect, but Zhu has 2 wins under his belt in the UFC. Well, technically, I guess, no, it's technically road to UFC. So, I guess that is lower level competition compared to actual UFC competition. So, I'm still gonna go with 21-4 Zhu. I think he's gonna pull off a decision, maybe even a KO if Rodrigo Vera gets too aggressive, but I'm gonna go with Zhu. I'm gonna go with Zhu by decision. He's got more of the UFC experience, if you know what I mean. But don't be surprised if Rodrigo Vera somehow pulls off a win. He knocks him out. Like, I'm not surprised. Okay, moving on to Angela Hill versus Jingyang Zhang. I think Jingyang's probably gonna get this done. Angela Hill hasn't been looking too good in her last few fights. And Jingnan is a little bit taller. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the bigger girl in there. Angela Hill is pretty good, big, but here she's listed as 5'5" compared to 5'3", so I'm gonna trust the Tapology. I know it's sometimes incorrect, but we'll see during the face-offs. I'm guessing Jing Yang is gonna just, point fighting her, and it's gonna be really obvious that she's winning a decision, you know what I mean? So unless Angela Hill somehow gets like a fluke submission, or I don't know, some crazy fucking injury to fucking Jing Yang happens, I don't really see a world where Angela Hill wins. So I'm gonna go with Jingyang Zhang by decision. Pretty easy, 29-28. Next up, Japan's prospect, Rei Saruya versus the one, the only, Luis Gurule. Now, Luis Gurule actually proved me wrong in his last fight. I thought he was actually gonna get beat by Daniel Perez, I think it was. Yeah, but I mean, he bounced back. Look at this loss. How are you gonna lose to Ode Osborne? And then Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar, I get it. He's good for his build. For what he has, the T-Rex arms and everything, like, he is a really good fighter. Yeah, he's good, but I mean, I still take this loss a little bit with a grain of salt. Like, it's Jesus Aguilar. And then he bounced back against Daniel Perez. So Luis Gurule isn't complete cannon fodder. He's got good striking. He's got good takedowns. That fucking suplex on Daniel Perez was fucking amazing. But at the end of the day, Rei Saruya, I feel like he's gonna have that. He's just gonna have that fire in him after taking his very first loss. And to nonetheless, very first loss to who is now the defending champ of flyweight, Joshua Van. So I'm gonna just say that Rei Saruya is gonna learn a lot from that fight. He's gonna know that he has a lot of areas that he needs to improve on, but he can like handle himself in there with the best. He had moments against Joshua Van, but let's see. We will see how this goes. Okay, I'm pretty sure Rei Saruya will be able to get his takedowns. I think he will be able to control Luis Gurule pretty easily. And I think he's gonna eventually get the submission. Whether it's round 1 or 2. I don't think Luis Gurule is gonna be expecting too much from Rei Saruya, but he don't know who he's messing with. So I'm gonna ride with my boy Saruya to get a submission. Round 2, let's say. I'm gonna say round 2. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think Rei Saruya's got this, especially against the Luis Gurule that literally fought a week ago. I know he's gonna be ready and in fight shape, but he did have I wouldn't say it's a war on his part, but he got hit a couple of times. You know what I mean? So he's definitely not going in there undamaged. And yeah, I think Rei Saruya is just gonna be the younger, fresher fighter in there, and he's gonna be able to get him out. Moving on to oh my god, I'm gonna just call this guy Mongolian Murderer. Mongolian Murderer versus Cody Haddon. I think Cody Haddon's gonna win. I don't know why they're matching him with Mr. Mongolian Murderer, but Cody Haddon's actually pretty good. He kind of just appeared out of nowhere, and he's been winning like pretty decisively. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody Haddon. I mean, his last fight, Dan Arguta, unanimous rear naked choke by submission, Contender Series, and then the rest of it like lower level organizations. But still, I think Cody Haddon's gonna have what it takes. He's got the UFC experience, and I haven't really seen much by Aroloki. He lost to Raul Rosas Jr. Come on, man. If you're gonna lose to Raul Rosas Jr., then I don't think you got what it takes, dude. And he got KO'd by Ayman Zahabi. So Ayman Zahabi's pretty good, just to say that. But I think Cody Haddon, it's his time. He's younger than Mongolian Murderer, and I think he's just gonna have more of a fire, because he's only tasted a single defeat. I'm guessing he doesn't want to taste that again. So he's gonna try his best to get up to the highest ranks before he ever gets another loss. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty easy win for Cody Haddon. And I'm going to go by KO, honestly. I think Cody Haddon is going to pour on the pressure. Maybe round 2 or 3 KO. But I think he gets it done. Official prediction will be round 3. Round 3 KO. I think he wears him out first 2 rounds. 3rd round, he's looking really gassed. And he gets him out of there. TKO type of finish. Next up is Ming Ding versus Jose Enrique. You know, I like this dude. I like Ming Ding, dude. I don't know why, but I like his name. He looks like a chill-ad dude. So does Jose Enrique, but I don't know. Something about Jose Enrique is kind of like throwing me off. I don't know if it's... I think his like eyes are a little too far apart. I don't know, dude. Something about his facial features is throwing me off. Which may be an indication that he's maybe a little bit like special, you know what I mean? Which might give him an advantage. But we don't know. Yeah, Ming Ding just looks like he's mogging right here, dude. which I like, dude. And I like the fact that he has he's got over 40 professional fights. That's gonna help him a lot. They're both, I'm pretty sure, making their debuts into UFC. Yeah, this guy's got pretty good amount of KOs, but so does Ming Ding. Every single one of his wins in the last 5 is come by TKO or KO. So I'm gonna ride with the boy Ming Ding to get a knockout. You know what? Knockout first round. I think Ming Ding mogs Jose Enrique. I think Ming Ding is that guy. I think he's gonna show up and Ming on your ding, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Ming Ding, or Mang Ding. I don't know how to say his first name, but yeah, Ming Ding with the KO in the first round. You know what? Second round. I think Jose Enrique. He's from Brazil. He's gonna have a chin, so I think maybe he survives the first round. So. Second round TKO by Ding. Moving up, we got Luis Felipe Diaz versus Yisak Lee. This dude's nickname is The Tank, dude. I wonder why, dude. Just going off first impressions, I like Luis Felipe Diaz. I like that you know how he's pointing to God, dude. We all know that faith-based fighters do a whole lot better than non-faith-based fighters. 90% of the time when there is a winner, they're gonna shout out to Jesus, they're gonna shout out to the big one upstairs, you know what I'm saying? So I like that going for him. But he is 31 years old, and I'm pretty sure this is his first time fighting in the actual UFC. His last time was in a Contender Series. He won by rear naked choke, so he's got submissions. But so does this guy. This guy won by a Von Flue choke, which is pretty impressive, dude. And it looks like he's been a lot more active compared, a lot more active compared to Luis Felipe Diaz. Like his last fight was 7 months ago, and then the next closest fight after that was almost 3 years ago. I think I'm gonna have to go with the side of activity and go with Yisak Lee, because Yisak Lee has been a lot more fucking active compared to this guy, and I think that's gonna play a factor in it, dude. At the end of the day, I like activity compared to non-activity, but Luis Felipe Diaz does rely on the power of God. I'm gonna just go with Yisak Lee, because I'm a stay methodical with this. I'm gonna try and stay methodical with this. Even though he's 8-1, he hasn't proved too much. I think he's gonna be able to get past Luis Felipe Diaz, which hasn't. I mean, he's got a good win in the Dana White's Contender Series, which is obviously, I mean, it's basically like a UFC fight at that point. But I don't know, something about Yisak Lee, I like it, dude. I like that he's 6 foot, he's 6 foot tall, so he's gonna be pretty big. He's gonna be 26 years old, the much younger fighter, and he's a dog, dude. So he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder to like prove why he's there. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Yisak Lee. I'm gonna say he wins a decision. I think it's gonna be a back and forth battle, but I say Yisak Lee wins decision. Yeah, he could win by TKO or submission. So I'm gonna just stay safe. I'm gonna say he wins a decision. Next up, Alex Perez versus the Tibetan Eagle, Sumadarji. Sumadarji's been on a roll recently. I'm not even gonna lie. Sumadarji, he's got me wanting to pick him. But we're still gonna remember that he's lost to a lot of people at this point in the UFC division. And Alex Perez, even though he's also kind of lost a lot, I feel like he's been fighting the much higher level of competition, if you know what I mean. He's got more experience, more wins, a little bit more losses. So like that's a thing to consider. But keep in mind he's been fighting the better fighters. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to stick with my gut and go with Alex Perez to win either by TKO or a decision. I'm not completely sure. The safer bet would be to say that he wins a later round TKO, I'd say. Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna say Perez by TKO. He wins round 2 or 3. But I think Alex Perez has got this in the bag. But we'll see. Sumadarji has proved me wrong before. He might do it again. So we'll be looking at this fight. This is around the point where I might actually like wake up and start watching the fights, because Alex Perez, Sumadarji, they're pretty exciting fighters. The rest of these guys, like, they don't have that much name value. Maybe I'll just get up to watch Ming Ding. But yeah, alright. Next up, Jake Matthews versus Carlston Harris. I'm gonna have to go with my boy Jake Matthews. Carlston Harris, there's not really much to say. I feel like, yeah, he's got a few good wins. I mean, Jeremiah Wells, Jared Gooden, but we literally just saw what happened to Gooden in the last couple of fights. So is that really that good of a win? He lost to Chaos Williams, not that bad of a win, or loss, I mean. But then he got KO'd by Santiago Ponzinibbio. And he's 38 years old. You really think I'm gonna pick the 38-year-old Carlston Harris over Jake Matthews, which is probably gonna be in his prime? You're crazy, dude. Jake Matthews by submission, round 1. I think that's pretty easy to say, either submission or KO, but I don't think Carlston Harris has what it takes to survive 3 rounds with Jake Matthews. We'll see. All right, dude, the fight we've all been waiting for, my boy, the people's champ, Kai Asakura. We all know that if Pantoja didn't take him down, he would have fucking flying kneed him. He's basically the lineal champ. The only reason he's not champ right now is because he decided to give Pantoja the takedown. Either way. Kai Sakura versus Cameron Smotherman. I think this is gonna be Cameron Smotherman's breakout performance, okay? Look, man, all he had to do is just hover over the last loss, dude. Let's see it. Who did he look? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he lost to Pantoja. That's not that bad of a lot, but that's a little rough, dude. That one's a little rough. And I think Cameron Smotherman is better than, arguably, okay? Arguably. I know Tim Elliott's he's still got it, but Cameron Smotherman, he's younger. He passed out in his last fight. That shit was fucking insane. I think this is gonna be a show-up performance for him. He's gonna show off the grappling, as we've seen Kai Asakura can't defend a fucking takedown. Realistically, Cameron Smotherman's either gonna smush him to a fucking decision or get another TKO win by just ground and pound. Like, realistically, the only way Kai Asakura wins, in my eyes, is if he catches Cameron Smotherman with a knee up the middle and then like starts teeing off on him, and like he keeps fucking stuffing the takedown somehow. But I don't think he's gonna improve that much from his last fight. We've already seen that. He fought Pantoja. He knew what he needed to improve on, and yet Tim Elliott still kind of got him out of there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Cameron Smotherman, the younger fighter. I think he's gonna be the faster fighter in there. Maybe not as powerful as Kai Asakura, but Kai Asakura is gonna have his moments. But I think Cameron Smotherman's gonna win either a hard-fought decision or he's gonna get the submission. But I'm gonna say he gets the decision, just kind of rides him out, maybe peppers shots here and there, and then rides out a pretty good decision. 29-28, I'm guessing. But he might get the submission. We'll see. We'll see. And a lot of people are going that Sakura, dude. A lot of people are going to be disappointed, I think. Moving on to, I'm pretty sure, no, that's not co-main. This is the pre-co-main event. This is the people's co-main event right here, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Talashin Teixeira is going to get dog walked. I'm sorry, dude. Y'all be forgetting that Sergey Pavlovich, pre-couple losses that he had, he was seen as literally like the white Mike Tyson. I don't know if y'all remember this, but like people were literally calling him like the white Mike Tyson. Dude was just destroying everyone. He was destroying everyone. And now people think just because he lost a couple of them, like he's not gonna be good enough to take on someone like Talashin Teixeira, which, mind you, cast out against Tai Tuivas? How are you going to gas out faster than Tai Tuivas? But yeah, give me Pavlovich by KO round 2. That's gonna be my pick. Co-main event of the evening. Zhang Mingyang's gonna get a bounce back TKO round 1. That's all I'm gonna say. Zhang Mingyang was on a tear. Alonzo Menifield, yeah, he's got a couple of good wins, but mainly he's lost to a lot of people that he should have won to. Yeah, I think Zhang Mingyang, he's gonna learn from it, from his past fight. Hopefully he learns from his past fight, you know what I mean? And he defends the leg kicks. Maybe his legs are a little bit stronger now that they've got better density since fucking Johnny Walker kicked him in. He conditioned him a bit for him. Yeah, Zhang Mingyang hopefully gets TKO round 1. If he doesn't, Alonzo Menifield's most likely gonna win. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Chances of that happening is pretty low though. I think Alonzo Menifield gets chinned in the first. Main event of the evening. We're gonna go with my boy. Look, dude, this is a show out fight for Song Yadong. It really is. We've seen what happens to Davidson Figueiredo when he's getting people at the top of the bantamweight division. You know what I mean? He can pull off a win against but I mean, he won against Montel Jackson. That's not that bad of a win. Marlon Vera, that was a pretty good win. But dude, he got KO'd by Corey Sandhagen. That was kind of a fluke KO either way, but still, I don't know, dude. Davidson Figueiredo, whenever he does take the step up into like bantamweight, at least like the very top 5, like he does start to lack in a lot of departments, and I feel like he's getting up there in age. He's 38 years old, guys, and yeah, there was at one point where like he knocked out Pantoja, you know what I mean? And he was the God of War. It was a sick era, dude, when he was fighting Brandon Moreno fucking 4 times. Dude. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Don't give him the rematch. Don't give him. They were sick ass fights, dude. Either way, Davidson Figueiredo, he had his time. It's the Kung Fu Kid's time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Song Yadong showing out, and I'm more likely than not he's gonna get the KO. If this even gets past the second, third round, then I'd be like, oh shit, Davidson still got a chin, but that's realistically all I'm gonna think about. I still think it's gonna be Song Yadong all day. Even if he wins a decision, I think it's gonna be Song Yadong. He always makes it really close. Even in the losses that he's had, he lost to Piotr Jan. He had some moments in there. Lost to Sean O'Malley. Arguably could have won that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Song. TKO round 2. I don't think Davidson's gonna have the grit it takes anymore to survive against a young and hungry person like Song Yadong. And yeah, dude, I think Song's just gonna, he's gonna finish. He better beat his shit in, dude. Yadong's better beat his shit in. There is no beating Yadong anymore. Yadong's gonna beat Davidson. Like I said, that's my famous line right now. We will see. Well, we'll find out Saturday night. Find out Saturday night, as Max Holloway would say. But yeah, that is my predictions for Song Yadong versus Davidson Figueiredo. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you guys think I should do to improve. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a good morning, good night, good evening, whatever it is. I'll catch y'all later.